Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the last match of the top 16 of Deluxe Stage 2, Round 1. And my, what an explosive match it is today, as we've got the Skyfall Knight taking on the sinister Alchemagic man himself. That's right, up in the top corner bearing the red gloves, it's Bingo with his Youthberk deck, looking to bring down the sky on top of Zorga, but it's not going to be easy, because Zorga Nadir down in the bottom gloves with the blue gloves. We've got Andrew himself piloting it to potential victory, and with me today it's my co-host once again, Scarlight. What do you think about this matchup from the peripheral here, Scarlight?
Yo, alright, well, we got two very much FDK decks, that's all I'm saying. You got Youthberk with his new form Exist, which is basically Full Blast but better, which basically just ends turns on turn 4. And you have Zorga, who typically also likes to end games on turn 4 with its divine skill and double critting columns. So it's all a matter of who can get fireworks.
Yeah, who gets set up versus a good point to put it. But who would you favor in this matchup? Very well then. Well, in which case, let's go ahead and get started here. Now then, say it with me, gentlemen. Stand up. Vanguard.
God. With Unsullied Eyes, Youth for Timmy, and Disastrous Slurper for Unruined.
Oh boy, him with the deep southern timber. It sounds like Andrew's declared Slurper indeed. Alright, Tim gets to take the first draw here. So going first, this might already spell trouble for Andrew, having to go second against something like Youthberk. Exist hit so hard right away. Discarding Carino in order to ride into the Knight of Spear Strike's Youth. Excellent combo right here, because not only will Spear Strikes be able to Soul Blast out whatever revolve form you put into Soul, but because that's likely going to be Exist, you can then revolve dress it from the drop zone thanks to the skill of a Skyfall Rebuild. So this is the optimal time to see Carino here. Very well done.
Yep.
Carino parking to add any revolve form from the deck, or notably also from the drop if need be, but usually it's from the deck, especially in modern Youthberk. So this one's going to be adding, and then it puts a card from hand to soul of choice. So let's see which revolve form.
Zest? VC Zest.
Scarlight, do you know what this means?
I already do, my friend. I have seen this before.
Oh boy, we might be dealing with some here. Full Blast after all. Oh no. And this is the, if he can resolve a Full Blast right off the bat, this could be real trouble for Andrew here. But Andrew definitely being able to clap back with a strong discard of their own, discarding RPD to ride into Abyss Fishing. Wow, that got me for a loop right there. Oh boy, we could be dealing with a very fast and explosive game here.
Very much so. It looks like Timmy's aiming to finish this game on turn 3 then holy crap.
Do you suppose then if they're going Full Blast, they're going to be running the original Skyfall arms?
That is true. The original Skyfall was better.
No guard.
Okie dokie.
All right,
another
he's getting
RPD.
himself another of the RPD. Well, now he's got both there. Oh, we see a Skyfall Rebuild get damage check. Now, that's fascinating. Generally speaking, Skyfall Rebuild, not the choice you'd expect. It might be a hybrid build.
Ooh, do you think he's running Exist as well?
Yeah, he might be. Oh, I think I see the play here, Scarlight. He may be running Exist for, as like a turn 4 follow-up to Full Blast, just in case. One thing that's interesting about Exist is that Exist can get the 20,000 in the front row, no matter what revolve form is in the bind zone. It only needs another copy of itself for the critical effect. So it's possible that he's willing to sacrifice that critical just to get in the devastating bludgeoning force of that, like, power-up.
That is true. That is true.
Another Carino gets discarded to ride into Youth. Holy crap. Well, that right there already that if they can find if they can find Full Blast, yeah, they've got it. All right, looks like they're going to be adding Gust from deck to hand. Let's see if they slide a ride into Soul or not.
And then I slot Gust from my hand into Soul.
Well, all they're missing is Tempest. All they're missing is the Tempest.
Alright, sliding the Gust into Soul right off the bat. So, yeah, you got Gust, you've got Zest. Now he just needs Tempest and he's good to go here.
Yep.
Ooh,
Ooh,
right. Superior
calling
a crit. Fascinating decision here. So he's really trying to just prioritize getting numbers on that board no matter what. Okay, I'm looking good. And Percosa too.
Percosa.
That's it. Yeah, he's probably.
Okay,
it seems like
the
he's got full
Tempest.
blast. All right.
There's the Temp. Yeah, Tempest goes into
man.
Soul off of this.
He's got red, blue, green. Yeah, there it is. Damn, got an entirely different foiling on the Tempest right there. Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Holy crap.
Hey, audience. Hey,
with
audience,
the-
quick question. What's your favorite Revolve form out of these three? Zest, Gust, and Tempest. What's your favorite? Comment down below.
Ooh, that's actually a great question here. I've always been the best fan of Gust, personally. What about yourself, Scarlight?
I'm biased. I love Zest. The red plus the bulkiness just looks so good on Youthberk.
I respect that. Zest needs more love.
Yeah. Oh, and swinging Tempest for Gosa on the van.
Alright, now let's see. Is Andrew willing to cough up some early shield there, or are they going to just take some damage? Zorga is really known for having fake hands, having a lot of like bricky cards and also orders, right? And unless it's a blitz order, it's not going to help out either. So there's a really good likelihood that both of these could connect, unless he's willing to cough up something.
Yeah. It's only a 5k guard.
Me hard here. Do a nice 15.
Ooh.
Alright, he's guarding right
Okay.
there. So now here comes 15 with the Vanguard youth.
No gold.
He no guards it.
A
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Oh, nice. Okay. No devastating triggers to be seen there, but that's quite nice regardless. Okay, now it's going to be turn 2 over to Zorga here. Now, Zorga is sometimes known for having a wicked turn 2 if it builds around it. I'm not sure if Andrew is going to be one of those cases, if he's going to keep it nice and easy. Like that's probably like the dichotomy of Zorga, right? There's two Zorgas. There's one that like plays Ye Wandering Souls on turn 2, and there's another one that just rides split and swings.
Yeah, that's true. There's also like a couple that just go like full aggro on turn 2, or like calling down a bunch of like token makers and just RPDs with crits. Goes nuts. Like,
that's my
which,
preferred.
yeah, I'm about to say that's your build.
I always like to keep it fast with Zorga. I don't really believe in the grind too much for that deck, but maybe that's just a personal thing there. Alright, so activating skill with this fish. Mythiarch Habitat, a very avant-garde choice for a deck like Zorga here. We could be seeing a toolbar. Oh, that tomato. What is that? If your order card is bound from drop by your Vanguard, it gets all the following. An act to drop that to Energy Blast 3 and calls itself to rear circle. And at the start of your battle phase, you can have it get... oh, wait. Oh, fascinating. So the tomato is actually a power-up card to all 500 and less cards. 5,000 or less power cards. That's actually, you know what? That tomato right there is muy interesante. That's how you know they're really prioritizing RPD here. Oh, a very nice hit. The Mythiarch Habitat being able to search out Philander. Now, Philander, unfortunately, needs to be called from the hand to get its mill effects and won't be able to do again here. But this still procs double RPD from the drop zone.
All right.
It looks like Andrew has opted to be... He's got... like I said, there's 2 wolves in Zorga, and it looks like the hungrier wolf went out on this turn.
Beat down, beat down, beat down. That's
Swing a nice 15 Vanguard.
All right, it's 15 on Van to start with. What's Youth going to say to it? Asking for a 10k shield here.
On a similar plane, which you said with Zorga having fake hands, Youthberk also tends to have fake hands during the early game, because some of the times their hands can be like clogged up full of like either grade 3s or just like not really good shield cards. So we could have seen another instance of this as well.
That's true. Oh, Twincast Protect coming on down. All right. That's
all right.
Perfect here. That's
really good in this instance. Yeah.
All right.
As soon as I say that, as soon as I say something.
Yeah, here we go, dude. Right as you say it.
Yeah, that's true.
18 Vanguard.
All right, 18 on Van. Okay, and that's a thumbs up from Bingo here. It's a no guard. Now let's see if there's going to be a good trigger here. It's just a Zorga.
That is true. Could be a good
Damage-
Persona right turn.
Damage checking,
Ooh,
Bradyarch.
Bradyarch.
Bradyarch, that is not what you'd expect here, but I guess if they're not existing right away, they may actually have the energy to afford a card like that. Okay, I can see it.
Yeah.
Swing another 15, Vanguard.
15 on the Vanguard. Now, this one's a little interesting because if they can choose a great tier or greater unit from the drop to put in the hand, so they could intercept a Fergosa to immediately add it back to the hand, but Fergosa's not enough to guard, so they'll need to cough up something a little extra on top of that. Maybe they can use the Twincast Protect if they want to burn it here, but Twincast Protect can already guard on its own, so it's a little bit of a dichotomy. And what's interesting is that it needs a unit card for the effect of the Youth Ride line, so it can't just add back Twincast Protect. So he's in a little bit of a weird position where he has to kind of overguard this to make this convenient.
Yeah. Right now, it's very awkward position for Bingo right now.
All right, so they're going to intercept and Twincast. Okay, so they are prioritizing.
Okay, there we go.
That is likely the better play, though, ultimately, because when you think about the more fast and aggressive game plan of Youthberk, they likely don't care too much about the next turn anyway. All right, now it's time for the Skyfall Knight to get going. Total score is 1-2 at the moment, with Youthberk being in the lead.
Yep, this is going to be the explosive turn.
All right. What are they going to add back, though? Oh, they discard exist. Ah, I see.
You mean full blast?
A full blast, right? Yeah. Wow. And
I mean, same thing, really.
Crossed here. Who would have thought?
Same thing.
All right.
Same thing.
But you know
Okay,
what? This not only confirms that they already had full blast, but what this also confirms is that they are going to immediately go for this one. This is good though, because now they can not only add back Fergosa, but they can just revolt us from the drop zone. So this is a way to sort of min-max their hand. And one other nice thing about Fergosa is that Fergosa's skill is now completely online, because no matter which one they Soul Blast, they could just Soul Blast a Revolt form, put it back into Soul, and then Soul Blast the non-Revolt form Grade 2 Youth in order to get a draw. So Fergosa is very self-sufficient for a draw card. He's not got many cards in the hand. It's crucial that Youth be able to find some pieces to build board on this turn. Thankfully, Zorga's on a field control deck, so once he builds board, he can keep it.
Right now, we have to see what they commit onto the board, and here comes the Fergosa.
Fergosa coming on down. May as well simplify the process and simply just Soul Blast Grade 2 Youth to get the draw.
Yep.
And there he goes. He's just doing just that, because what's the difference, right? He might as well Soul Blast a Grade 2 Youth to draw, since you just put back whatever you have Soul Blast.
Wait. They're putting in Exist?
Exist? Oh, what happened here? Oh, did they accidentally draw to the hand? They may have drew to the hand accidentally.
No, they're shoving Exist into the Soul with Fergosa.
Oh, that's fascinating. So they're searching Exist, but the price is that they won't be able to draw a card now because they were unable to, they're unable to Soul Blast a non-Revolt form now. So, in other words, he's trying to prioritize getting his cards ready, even though he doesn't get a card. That's actually kind of a fun move. I can see why he's doing that. He's trying to keep his turn 4 play live in case Full Blast isn't the answer. I like the committance there. I like that. Okay.
Very interesting.
Toll Pass! Oh, and it's in prime position now. Okay.
All the ride line is in the drop zone. So.
That's true.
Alright, returning the Grade 0 and the Grade 1 to activate Toll Pass's effect. To look at the top 5 cards of the deck and choose a unit card with grade less than or equal to the Vanguard and superior call it.
We saw the Saragon earlier from the drive check, so he's going to want to get a Grade 2 or greater as an attacker at this point.
That is true. The question is which Grade 2? Because we've only seen right now is Fergosa. We've only seen Fergosa right now.
Fergosa is fantastic, but if he could catch another really good card here, it might be nice. Another Fergosa is not going to help, unfortunately. It'll just be a beater because its Soul Blast skill is redundant. The only thing he can do with the Soul Blast skill at this point is Soul Blast out and Exist to filter out another Exist or just any Revolt form. So the filtration element is quite nice, and that's about... Ah, he calls exist.
Only exists.
He's calls
That
exist.
They are still 13k beaters. Those revolt forms are still 13k beaters.
That's very
They're
true.
Still unit.
And then calling Sarah down as is predicted. Okay. So Youthberk has got its full blast turn online, being able to go in for the 4-attack turn. Youthberk swinging in for a hearty 18k with Twin Drive on Split the Preordain.
I'll gladly no guard.
All right, Andrew takes the hit. Now let's see what the Twin Drive has to say about that. Draw trigger. Ooh.
Raw. All right.
Not what you would expect right now, but that's not bad at the same time.
You'd expect fronts, yeah. You'd expect fronts of like a very aggressive deck like this, but I guess he just wants the extra cards.
Second check is a Fergosa. Oh, but the Fergosa's a nice catch too. And now, Ochiro, Tokamate mo, Revo Presse. Youthberk Revo Forme, Fu Blastor. And another nice thing about this turn, because they're not going to have the EV3 for exist, the remaining EV3 that they have can be used to refund whatever discard they use, as long as they had a Bradyarch. But unfortunately, the Bradyarch is stuck to the damage zone. But if they find a Bradyarch at some point, they'll be able to do it. So that's kind of nice. They're discarding Fergosa from the hand. Okay, so Fergosa's not going to see the play right now, but that's probably for the best. Now, Youth being able to use all of its skills, a critical, a drive, 15,000 to the front row, and it puts back an RPD, which is quite annoying for Andrew here.
Brutal, yeah.
Okay, and now that's a 28k 2 crit and Twin Drive full blast, an extra 5k going to Fergosa, and obviously Sarah gonna also get 5k when it goes in for the swing. Oh man. Okay, this is really intimidating. Even with only 2 damage to Andrew, this is quite a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Now, what's Andrew got to say about this?
This is a pretty deadly attack.
I'll use what's called the good old bless. That is
OT
the
bless.
passes. Okay, Bless Favor comes on down. Well, that's good for Bingo, but unfortunately this means that his best attack is going to get shut down here, unless he hits his own OT. And now he's got to pray to the Youth Gods. Oh, that's another critical trigger. Ooh,
That's something. That is something.
Okay. And he's gonna put the power on Fergosa and critical as well. Okay, and that makes a really nice column for Fergosa here. Another critical trigger. Oh, if Split had been hit by that, it would have meant immediate
It would have been
death.
game, yeah.
Wow. Okay, Youthberk is not messing around. One misstep spells certain death for Andrew here.
God, people be critting like crazy nowadays. Holy crap.
That's already enough damage on board to seal game if Andrew can't stop these attacks. What the heck?
Yep. Those are 2 very dangerous columns now.
Fergosa comes in first. Sargon able to be a 13k booster. That 13k on a 25, and then another 15 to front row. This is a ridiculous 53k with a critical on the Vanguard.
53k on a crate 2, mind you.
It's moments like these that make you think that maybe Exist isn't worth it at times.
If you can get full blast off on turn 3, then why bother with Exist sometimes, am I right?
Oh, yeah. The good thing, though, is that now they do have access to Exist anyway at this point in the game. That's quite nice for them. But let's not talk about the future. Let's talk about the now. Is Andrew going to guard this or not?
No, this one's fine. See? Too easy.
Oh, Andrew hits a heal right there to
trigger.
mitigate a damage. Okay. Well, now this is no longer a kill turn. Andrew actually has the ability to potentially survive, even if he takes the next attack.
Healing out the order as well to set up for Nadir for his next turn. And a draw trigger.
Oh, Zorga kind of dunking right now on that. That's insane.
Okay,
Sargon retaliates no skill.
Both of these players just double-checked triggers. What the heck is this game, dude?
Wow, okay. I said this was going to be explosive, but even I'm kind of shocked by just how explosive it is.
Seriously, dude.
Still, that's 3 damage but never faltering. This is still going to be quite the hit. This is coming in for a total of 56 on the Vanguard, the critical. 56 is still going to demand 30k shield from the hands or a PG if he wants to not go to 5.
I'll do a PG.
All right, he PGs that attack to stay at 3 there, so rather safe than sorry. And now at the end of the turn, Full Blast has to bind.
Notably, Andrew did discard a roaming prison dragon for his perfect guard, so he already has one to replace it.
Come in full power. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Bot deck one only to meet another. It like it never left.
Another beautiful thing about that heal is it let him heal out a order card to add back with Split the Prorobi potentially. That's quite nice. All right, and now may taboo reign on the stage of hell. Dredo. Kiki no Nesha. Zorga Nadir. Now with skill of Split the Preordain, adding back an order card.
Yep. Now, Andrew does have a choice between Mythiarch Habitat and Clouded Miasma. Yep, and he's going for Miasma. Alright.
Alright. That's quite interesting. You think that it'd be the other one that's staying, right? Because Clouded Miasma, one of the tricks behind Zorga is that whatever order you're most likely to want to use turn after turn is the one you theoretically should bind, because you're going to keep looking at that. But they called out Shadow Cloak, so it seems like it was a moot point. They probably never intended to bind the Mythiarch Habitat in the first place, so that completely reverses my point. Now, my anticipation is they're going to toss in Oath Brand of Corpses in this instance, because Oath Brand of Corpses gives you the best holistic power value. So they could be trying to they might be combining that with Clouded Miasma for like maximum beatdown purposes, or they've got a trick and we're not sure what it is. Let's find out.
Bro, is Josh reading me like a book? Like, bro.
Yeah, you were correct.
Oh, look at the Oath Brand of Corpses right there. Looks like my Zorga days are coming back to be informative right now.
It's also like one of the better options in Zorga as well. It's kind of obvious too.
That's fair. Yeah, it's fair. It's not like he was gonna go dip a Sweets of Evil Dream.
I was low-key expecting Ye Wandering for no reason. I don't know why.
Ye Wandering Souls wouldn't have been a bad play either, to be completely frank with it.
Calling Blessed Favor off of Zorga.
They're calling Blessed Favor just cuz. Alright, that is some fun clout right there. If Flower Sweet Shop was a thing, that Blessed Favor with getting an encore performance could have been quite nice here. Oh, Alka Magic, they're gonna Makose a Radiance Caliburn with Oath Brand of Corpses. And seeing as CB is basically free, there's no way they wouldn't. And Pot of Greed comes on down. Okay, so they got Pot of Greed right here. Zorga looks quite nice right now. And now we've got the skill. Oh shoot! And now he can bounce back because
bounce back the freaking OT.
Shadow Cloak bounces back OT. Oh, Zorga is defending.
The classic, and here comes the 2 RPDs with all of their skills live, plus 10k, plus 1 critical, and with Brand of Corpses, that's an extra 5. And that freaking tomato thing is coming out too.
Okay, calling out Tomato. Tomato being able to use energy to come back out, and if that was enough, Tomato also can now give the RPTs an extra 5,000 power. So this is absolutely massive. Now let's see, will Andrew gut check the opponent and try to shotgun the divine skill for a swift kill, or are they going to hold off and simply swing with the Nadir first? That's a good question at this point of the game. Now that they bounce back Blessed Favor, they're fully intending for there to be another turn of the game. That's pretty smart in all honesty.
Yeah. Agreed. Oh my god. Imagine if this was a Persona turn.
Now, RPDs are sitting at 25 apiece based on the calculations currently expressed on the field. They're 10,000 from their own skill, 5,000 from Oath Brand of Corpses, as well as 5,000 from the skill of Tomato. And then there's an extra 10,000 coming to Abyss Fishing. Okay. Oh, they're swinging with Rear Guard first. So this might be a divine skill moment right here. Oh, and so humble number coming on. But they've got an Elementaria Sanctitude to defend against this one. They are not interested in taking that attack right off the bat. Discarding a rebuild from the hand, though, a bit painful.
Ooh,
that's the one
okay.
that, if I recall correctly, was drive. Is that a drive check? I forget.
I believe it was a drive check, yes.
Swing will divine.
All right, Zorga Nadir coming on in. Zorga Nadir soul blasting right away. Okay, so he's shotgunning divine skill.
Swing for the 21.
Divine skill, hassa. Now the dead walk among the living once more, and taking this
no
attack. So
guard.
they're
Okay.
calling out Andrew here, saying they won't hit good stuff. Check one is a blade.
You wandering, okay.
If this isn't a critical, he earned him.
That's a PG though.
A
That's a
PG,
PG.
confirmed along with the OT in hand means that he's. Oh, but that's a PG out for Andrew for Bingo as
PG
well.
loss
That's
for
a
Bingo, yeah.
yeah. PG gain, PG loss. To quote Optimus Prime, as one rises, another falls.
Good, well, yeah.
Swing a nice 38k Vanguard.
They're going 38 on the Vanguard now, asking for a total of 30 shield to stop that one. A couple 15s could do it, although with so little hand. Well, I mean, I guess we saw 2 critical triggers get checked, so we know he has the guard. It's just a matter of if he wants to use it or not.
That is true.
What's also
Right now, I
nice
think
about this
they're
scenario
contemplating.
here is that Bingo now only has to deal with 3 more attacks for the rest of the game. So even if they can't seal the deal the next turn, because we're understanding that there's a bit of defense from Zorga's side now, they still have a good chance to potentially survive here. This oddly could become a little bit of a grind, but not too much of a grind. So this is the critical moment. Are they going to cough up the 30 shield here or not?
This all depends on how much they want to lose their hand. This all depends on how much of their hand they want to lose. Because after this turn, they could be at 5, because they could just guard this swing and then take the remaining RPD and go up to 5. So, this is a
Right.
pretty big turn.
It's not likely they could guard both RPDs unless they're holding on to some crazy cards in hand.
Give it to me. I want damage. I'm hungry. This calamari
One thing that's
is
also
not-
difficult. What's also difficult the calamari. One thing that's also difficult about this is that this is the lesser attack. So there could also be a debate here for Bingo where they may want to take this attack to hope for good defensives, but if they don't, then this attack coming in next is going to be more card guard than what they could do with just the 2 confirmed critical triggers in hand.
Yeah, this is a stumper for them. They're
Okay.
coughing up the 2 Abyssal Router Dragons.
They're giving up the guards here. Now let's see if they're going to take and go to 5 or not.
This will be 43k like last time. 2 crit Vanguard.
43.
Dropping the PG.
Discarding
and
discarding the draw
card.
trigger. So they stay
Alright.
the turn at 3. That's quite the dangerous maneuver here.
Yeah,
but I suppose, but they're really going to be trying to hope that they can do something next turn, or maybe even get another good guard. Okay, now 3 cards unfortunately have to leave the battlefield now, and it's going to pass back over to Youthberk. Okay, now Youthberk can stand and draw.
Those 3 cards that left are pretty much safer in the drop zone than on the field, because since we saw a full blast, they have the potential to go back to the deck, which is pretty dangerous. And here comes the Rebo Persona ride. All right.
Now, one thing that's a little unfortunate for them at the moment is that unless there's a Soul Blast here, they actually lack the ability to get a Revolt Form from the drop zone, so they'll need to have one in the hand.
Right now, and they can't even Energy Blast to get an extra card off because of last turn. You can't do that
Right.
anymore. So
This is looking
this puts them in a
little difficult.
Yeah, puts them in a bit of a pickle.
What are they going to do about this situation now? It's possible they could top deck a Revolt Form if they don't have one in the hand already, but maybe they had one
off
in
the
the
twin
hand and they
drive.
knew.
Off the twin drive, yeah, that is possible.
Oh, but with all of the Revolt Forms being filtered out, the odds are stacked against them here. They may have choked themselves out by guarding that attack.
Yeah, that is true. Right now, how many revolvers do we have ours?
Oh no!
Oh, calling over!
Out a heal trigger just to get the just to get
that
the exist in
hurts.
there. That
hurts.
That is an unfortunate maneuver here.
Okay, if that's what they had to do, then that is rough. Then.
Okay, Fergosa coming in right away for 20 on the Vanguard to start with. Let's see, 20. This is definitely one of the easy attacks to take for Andrew.
Sure, that's fine.
All right, no trigger there for Andrew. Going to 4 now. He's now in the danger zone, potentially.
Yep.
And now it comes on down. 28 on the Vanguard with the twin drive.
Let's see who's more deserving. Like me blessed. I'll OT the pass.
Okay, what's more, the OT
Here
to
comes the
pass.
OT
At this
again.
point, Andrew mocks bingo.
Okay.
Oh,
that's the
and
ace.
too bad. That would have been a much better card to see here.
Yeah. Oh,
Second
Brady
check.
Arc 2.
And
Also,
unfortunately,
those
the
would have been
Brady
better
arc is...
attackers.
Yeah, they were just one card short in that regard. If only they hadn't guarded that attack. Now they're in a world of hurt. Another thing to note is that based on the composition, there's a really good chance that they drew that heal trigger for turn or off Persona Ride, meaning that had they taken the attack, they could have healed off of it too. That's even more sad.
Right.
All right, getting a discard off of the, getting a discard here. Oddly, not discarding the Brady arc, which is a very interesting decision here. Maybe they're trying to prioritize maximum shield value.
Yeah, because for all those at home, the ace units, every single ace unit has the intercept ability, but they do not have any shield value. So they're basically dead cards in the hand at this moment. So prioritizing shield might be the best case here.
Very bizarre.
Ooh.
All right, now Full Blast is coming in for 43 with 1 drive. No critical, though, so it's not guaranteed. There's a chance Andrew can survive this even with a no guard, but something tells me he wouldn't want to risk it.
In this late stage of the game, it's if he risks it, then...
It's quite the number. If only it mattered.
Oh, dear, and here comes PG.
God. PG, there it goes. There goes the Full Blast. Or not Full Blast exist. Oh, God.
All right.
It's full pause. Okay.
He's PGing.
Alright, no trigger for exist.
At least Toll Pause is a potential shield value card.
That is true. That is I believe, a 20k shield, so... If they potentially could survive if they get lucky.
Okay, now they're gonna swing in with support. This is for 42, asking for 30 shield. Unfortunately, 4k base is not making good numbers. I wonder if there's any possibility of them having a hostage order in here. That could have definitely helped out.
With the amount of Revolve forms they were adding to this deck alongside the Full Blast package, I highly doubt it.
Oh, if only. The Soul Blast even could have been helpful there.
But still, though, a 42k heal trigger? That's hilarious. That is funny.
That one's fine. Another heal. I'll take it.
Oh, and Zorga hitting another heal, shutting down the entire offense.
Injury. Insult,
no.
And getting the order back. Getting the order back as well.
It's another order back there. Zorga is just trolling right now.
This is canonical Zorga. Zorga has always been a troll, so it makes sense.
That's true. Will Zorga go to 5 here?
This one's fine.
Zorga's gonna go to 5. Well, losing a critical trigger in the process, but nary a price to pay to survive with basically no need to, like, hard guard cards. All they need to do is use a PG and an OT, so a lot of the known defensive stuff is out, but they survived the turn, which is all that matters. Okay, now it's back over to Zorga with poor Full Blast. It has, like, it is in the bind zone. Exist is down the bind zone. And unless Youthberk can find a way to Soul Blast out of Revolve form, it's out of options.
Yeah. What's crazy here is that god, this is already insane, dude. Holy crap.
Mhm.
Oh man. See how they do.
Bingo may be cooked on this turn. The skies may fall, but not on Zorga. Unless, of course, the damage checks have something to say about it.
Well, Andrew did deny Bingo of heals for roughly 2 attacks, so right now, most of these attacks, even if Bingo does get a heal, it's not gonna heal anything, so they're gonna be at 4 or 5 regardless.
Right, he's playing very wisely here, making sure to deny any possibility of coming back at this point, because he already knows that he's definitely in the lead by this stage. Okay, overcalling Philander with Philander, and furthermore, being able to call back Abyss Fishing. Okay, so they're going in for some pretty big swings here, it looks like. And now, as long as they can perform a sufficient alchemy magic, they'll be able to get themselves some nice and tasty cards. Okay, looks like it's going to be a Cloud of Miasma. They're counterblasting one, and the alchemy magic is just, well, why not Obrand of Corpses? The entire field is going to be getting an extra 5,000 power, except for Zorga. That's another Philander coming on back. It's only 3 attacks, but holy crap, these attacks are intimidating.
Yeah. And with Andrew having 13 or 12 cards in his drop zone, those Philanders are 18k bases. So...
Ooh, okay. He's got a lot of calculations to do on these numbers. Let's hope Bingo can survive.
Oh god, that 30 on that Philander is insane, dude.
Oh yes.
Right.
And there's a really real chance that they couldn't even block one of these attacks.
God, man, yeah, that's true. Because right now, only sitting at 3 in hand is rough, and only 1 intercept too. God,
although
if he kept that heal in hand, I see
a world where Zorga swings. If he kept that heal in hand, if he had even just taken kept and that heal could have procced off. He could have kept some cards back for next turn. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. This is the reality that we face right now, and as a result, he's gonna have to find a way to navigate through this scary, precarious position.
Yep, that is true.
Calculator real quick. Calculator.
Zorga coming in nice and heavy here. He's got a total of 66 with Twin Drive on the Vanguard.
Yo, 66k. Dude, my Vanguard.
Oh, 66.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, that's a no guard from you because of what
they have to. Here. They have to take it at this point.
All right, check 1 is a no trigger. Check 2. That's a critical
trigger. That's a critical.
Oh no! Zorga's nailing it for critical damage.
I won't give it to Vanguard. I'll give it to Rare.
He's giving it to Rearguard to maximize kill potential, so it's only 1 damage on Bingo. I see the play. Unless Bingo specifically has another PG in the hand, this is definitely the better way to take it. Oh, accidentally drawing the card to hand, and it looks like it's a no trigger. Just another blank for him. Unfortunate.
Oh, all these attacks are now lethal. That is genius. Not only minimize defensives, but picking all these lethal is insane.
The 3 crit roaming will be 68k. 3 crit Vanguard.
68k. Oh, even an OT couldn't guard this properly.
Yep.
Let's see.
Throwing down the PG.
He's got a perfect guard, and that Brady arc is coming on down now. Okay.
All right.
So there's still a chance for Youthberk to make a comeback, but he's got to hit either OT or a 6 damage shield to make it happen. The odds aren't good, but at least he's put himself in a position to potentially make a comeback.
Mm-hmm. See how this goes.
This is 30, 58k. 2 crit.
58 on the Vanguard. Yes, and we already know Toll Pass is still stuck in the hand. He had to take it. Oh, that's the wrong time to hit a heal trigger.
Yeah,
that's not the right time, unfortunately.
Biff, that's not...
And that's game. Unfortunate,
that's
but
rough.
Youthberk getting dunked down. Unfortunately, it seems that the critical decision to guard the extra bit there came to bite him potentially. Zorga being able to play the grind game a little bit, get the cards necessary to stop the turn 4 swing, and then clap back even harder. Very well played to both of these players. If you guys like this game, then definitely like, comment, and subscribe, because this was the end of Stage 2 Round 1. But now, Zorga here, along with 7 other powerful players, are going to be making their way to Round 2 of Stage 2. It's going to be some fights to remember. I can guarantee that. And again, congratulations to both of our fighters. What do you think about this matchup overall, Scarlight? Did this go about how you expect?
Honestly, not exactly. I was half expecting the innate pressure of not full blast to exist. God, I'm still shocked by the full blast, but I was expecting if it was a full exist package, with all the exist cards, the new searcher and the battle door unit. I feel like Bingo could have gotten a bit more ahead because of the extra pressure, but with the full blast package, I think Bingo was aiming for more of a early kill on turn 3 take, just to end the game as fast as possible, because I think he knew he was not going to get a grind game out of this. So,
and admittedly, he was going really well there. The thing that really turned the game around was he found himself in a choke point where he couldn't properly get the cards back, and that's one of the big weaknesses. There was another pivotal moment here which may have messed him up, which was when he discarded, instead of discarding another card, he specifically discarded a low shield value card, which was Fergosa, which unfortunately Fergosa comes with that key Soul Blast effect, which could have helped him out here. That may have also been a crucial misplay. This was a very precarious game. Both of these fighters threw in such volatile, high octane offensives that it was going to come down to not just speed, but also being able to perfectly utilize whatever defense they have at your disposal in order to make it to the win conditions. And between the two, it seemed like Zorga was able to do a better game at that. But still, congratulations to both these fighters for putting on the performance of their lives. And with that said, that's where the match ends. Like I said before, definitely subscribe and turn on the handy dandy notification bell if you're craving more fight action like this, because it'll be on the way in a jiffy. And if you're looking for the Vanguard content in the meantime, then look no further. Top 10s, discussions, fight nights, custom card, and also anime reactions. We've got it all here on the channel, so check it all out. And with that said, take care and God bless.
Bye.